Aloha, everyone. It is a surprise live, and I know it's been a long time. I'm just going to hopefully remember how to do this and bring up the comments. And when anyone is ever ready to join, that would be fantastic. I've got a transmission for us today. There's so much going on. I'm also going to do a quantum collective reading for us all. And I want to bring in specifically some extra messages today for Maui, an update for Maui, an update for Canada, including Kelowna and the Northwest Territories, and also an update for Baja California. And of course, any questions that you all have. So if you all have any questions as well you want to share, please do so in the comments. And we'll get down to it. So welcome, everyone. My name is PinkBella from PinkBella Aloha Therapy, and I'm a quantum Akashic record reader and healer. And I knew I was going to be going live this week. Today seemed to be like the best day because tomorrow, officially Mercury retrograde. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, hello. Aloha, Julie. Aloha, Roshni. Good to see you all. I now have new technology so I can go live again. Aloha, Melinda. Yay. Punch in. I know where some of you are from, but let us all know where you're from around the planet. Let me know how you're all doing. And yeah, we got a lot to cover. I'm going to talk about the astrology to begin with. Then I'm going to do a collective reading for us all. And then I want to get into some questions around our soul missions, clarity about what's happening. Want to do a little bit more reading, a little bit about Maui, about the fires in Kelowna and Northwest Territories, and also the flooding in the Baja in California. And what else did they want me to bring in? I may have to speak in code. And if I do, if you guys have some questions I feel like I can't answer on this platform, I will write them down or I'll look at them later, and then I will do a part to record on Rumble. I still haven't figured out how to go live on Rumble. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Julie. Welcome, Roshni. Welcome, Melinda. Welcome, Standing Bear in Albuquerque. Welcome, Sharon. Oh, hi, Sharon. Sharon's in New York. Oh, it has been a wild ride. How are you doing? How's everyone just even doing with the energy? So the Lionsgate has officially closed. It closed yesterday. The sun has moved into Virgo. So we've now moved from a fiery sign to earthing energy, which means everything that we have been downloaded with will start to sort of surface guidance, grounding, earthing, and what can we do for the earth? What can we do with everything that's going on? Okay. Mercury retrograde will be 3 weeks. It will be moving into retrograde officially tomorrow. I feel it's already there in Virgo. So we're going to have 3 weeks of realigning, recoding, redirecting, redoing to show us where we need to go and how we need to move forward. I'll give you an example about that. So yesterday, you guys are going to laugh. Yesterday, I went to go do something as simple as buy microgreens at my health food store and also some cat grass at the pet store. Everyone was out of everything. You know, this time last year, that probably would have upset me. Right away, I was like, okay, what's going on here? So, I mean, everyone was out everywhere. So right off the bat, I'm ordering a cat grass kit from online. So I'm going to order that today. And I have my own microgreens kit. And now is the time I'm supposed to start growing them because of certain events and things that are going to be unfolding. I do know there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff happening over the next 3 weeks through Mercury retrograde based on what's already just happened since the Lionsgate. And what that's going to show us is what are our next steps? What can we do to assist? And I want to have a conversation with you all about that. But already, let me just see, already by partway through Mercury retrograde, I believe it's around the 28th of August, we're going to have 8 planets retrograde, including Chiron. So to me, that means a whole bunch of shenanigans is going to come to the surface to show us what we can do personally and what's actually going on. So the veils are not only dissolving for the collective, they're dissolving for us. And we're actually, a lot of the events that are going on right now, we're actually now seeing and being shown and clearly seeing, where we wouldn't have seen this a year ago, the spiritual battles that are going on. So they're physical, intense battles that many humans are experiencing firsthand. those of us that are not in those areas, we are being guided as to what can we do. What I found worked for me, and it's going to bring up all sorts of things for all of you. It's going to bring up anger, sadness, grief, like I don't understand, all of this, all right? So work through your own personal emotions to get back to calm. That's some of the cards I've already said that. Last night, what I did was I went on a power walk to burn it all off. I surrendered it back to Source Universe, and I got a download this morning. Yeah, super, super intense. So I think before I get into any more of that, I'm just going to look through. We'll just see if I can remember how to show some of the comments. Is that working? Bear with me. There we go. Hi from Rebecca in Albuquerque. Welcome. And greetings from Sharon. I know that she is, hold on, is that right? Yeah, Sharon is in New York. So welcome, New York City. Good to see you. And let's see what Julie is in Ontario. Jupiter and Uranus are so close together. Wonder how that energy is affecting us. Well, Uranus is going to be the next one going retrograde, I believe. It's not already retrograde. I believe that's the one that's going retrograde on the 28th. I didn't bring my tablet to look at it. So yeah, 8 planets retrograde to me means everything that needs to come, all the truths that need to come to the surface are going to come to the surface. Okay. So yeah. And remember, all of the planets in our solar system are connected to our quantum field and our chakra system. So they're going to affect us individually, and they're also going to affect bringing information to the surface, letting us see what's going on. I'm almost wondering, so I've been hearing all sorts of stories. There's all sorts of plans in the works from Team D. And Team D, I feel, encompasses the minions on the ground, the reppies underground, the AI, the Team D, the Archons, all of them. Okay, so there's multiple levels. There are minions, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretending to be authoritarian figures. So absolutely, this is why we're in our strength and we listen to our higher self and our guidance. If we're put in a situation that's an emergency and we have officials telling us things to do that do not seem right, then do not listen to that individual and make choices. So people that have survived the atrocities the last couple of weeks have done exactly that. It has made no sense to them, the directions that they've gotten, and they went and did something else. And that's exactly, we got training for this through the lockdowns, and we're going to have to keep rolling with this. So the shenanigans on here in and around us, whether it's at our doorstep, whether it's in our province, which right now I have the Kelowna fires, which have, let's see, the evacuations happened last Thursday, Friday. I've grown up with forest fires. Right off the bat, I knew that there was a connection. I knew there was a connection with Maui. There's a connection with the Northwest Territories. These are all planned events that are made to look like natural disasters, and they are to remove people from areas. And the bottom line is many of these individuals, they want to remove because they want the land. The overall picture is they want the land, to take over the land. But there are groups of indigenous people that carry incredibly powerful wisdom and keys that we all need to create new earth. And they also know that if they wipe that out, and that's not just been happening in Hawaii, it's been happening in Canada, in the US, in Australia, all around the world. So we're to be vigilant and see that it's still going on. Okay, so that the battle is still going on. So this whole narrative, yes, there's a timeline where we won and where it's already cleared up, but it's in and around us, and I want to get into like what we can do about that. Okay, but it's super, super intense. So I'm feeling it right now. I'm absolutely feeling it right now. Let me just see what Sharon says. Already experiencing so much craziness with Mercury retrograde. Me too. I've already been going through Mercury retrograde stuff for the last couple of weeks, like not being in stores, but I've also noticed really fast timeline jumps. I've noticed that from one day to the next, everything's been shifted around, and that's so we pay attention to what's going on in our reality. And what's Mercury? Mercury is about communication. So we're going to be receiving more information personally and collectively about what's happening. The other thing is that there are plans, shenanigans that the other teams are planning to implement. And I feel like they're going to come like with a whole bunch of things to see what will fly. So something might be about another one of these. Something might be about the climate, the environment. Something might be around, what was the third thing they were telling me about? Oh, the fake ET landings, that kind of thing. So we're all diligent and we know, but if something lands on our doorstep and it's super intense, like it just happened with a whole bunch of individuals, it's pretty hard to stay grounded through that. You're in survival mode. So I feel like even the instructions that we've all been getting the last couple of years has been about uncertainty about where these events might happen. So make sure that you're prepared if you need to sort of, move somewhere quickly and or maybe you need to take someone in quickly, okay? Yeah, it's been very intense. And those of us that are very sensitive are feeling the collective intensity right now. Aloha, Christine from Ireland, welcome. Aloha, Hayami from Down Under from Australia. So good to see you. Aloha, Julia. Nice to see you. Is the coming equinox gateway open yet? I feel like the gateways are just rolling into one another. And I feel like one thing that we need to be aware of is that the other team is very aware of the gateways and how we're utilizing them. They're also trying to utilize them in their own way and throw us off our game. Okay. So to me, okay, yeah, let's talk about the astrology. I feel officially the equinox gateway usually doesn't open until the 9/9 portal in September, but I feel like because we've got another super full moon on the 31st of August, and they call that a blue moon because we'll have 2 in August. So I believe like that the equinox will be open on that date. That will be a super full moon in Pisces, I believe. Pisces is about the old energy, right? Like we're leaving the Piscean age and moving into Aquarius. So personally, the intel I'm getting is all the shenanigans are going to come up and out. They're going to try a whole bunch of things. What dates they try everything, unclear yet. But let's just notice Lionsgate, Maui. Maybe a week later, but it kind of started around the same time. Kelowna. Kelowna is an area 5 hours in my province of BC, and it is also very similar. What I will tell you what's super awesome about all of this, locals in both locations are absolutely aware of what's going on. And they were all, even in Kelowna, questioning why water was shut off, why they were being refused to help and assist. So it's kind of the same narrative. So far, not a lot of on the ground awake people creating information, but I feel like that's coming. In Hawaii, the reason is that they're grieving, and Hawaiians are different. They're not interested in being on social media, but they are trying to get the information out. They have been blocked, but they are. So much devastation there, much worse than it was suggested. And the technology used has been around for a long time, and I'm digging in deeper and deeper into when they actually started using it. So that probably will be on Rumble, but just now what's happening is we're aware of it. Fires in Northwest Territories, same thing, happened around the same time. I believe I found out about that one through family because I was so focused on Maui. So that huge evacuation there as well. The event in Baja California, that too has been manufactured as well. So we're not just thinking, oh, they might be controlling this scenario. They absolutely are. So the battles that we're watching right now, we're actually watching Team D and the White Hats battle it out. So we can't just assume that the White Hats have full control over all the areas because apparently they don't, okay? So I just want to let everybody know that for sure. So let's just review the astrology. Mercury retrograde for 3 weeks starts tomorrow. Super full moon, August 31st. That's the blue moon. I find the full moons incredibly intense now, so they might be it might be impacting people in and around you. Okay, 8 planets retrograde until Venus goes direct around September 4th. I believe that after that, Mercury will be the next one direct. So then we'll be down to let me see if I can add 6. So we got a lot of intensity going on. I'll get to the questions in a second. So I just wanted to touch on the astrology, because the astrology is a representation of, they picked the dates based on the astrology too. They picked the Lion's Gate for a reason. I was given this morning, and I will get into this more when I receive more information, that all of us have our own specific gifts, and we're to choose and focus on one that is really powerful. So let's say you're a healer and you can send healing to the people and the land. Do it. And I would start doing it daily. What did I do? I set up a healing crystal grid for Maui, for Lahaina, for the Hawaiian Islands. I also set one up for Canada, for Kelowna, for the Northwest Territories, and all the other areas in Canada. So to me, right now, that feels like enough. I don't feel like I need to send it to everywhere on the planet. I feel like if any of you would like to create a crystal grid and start sending healing to the people and the land, please do. Wherever you are, your area is going to need it. Okay. The other thing is that the dark forces are opening up portals and jumping through and doing their work this way. So the message I got from me this morning might resonate with some of you. So I'm supposed to make sure in my area, if any dark portals are open, to close them. And that's the power. When we're calm and when we're in our power and our energy, we can close the portals. So we just have to work with our higher self and our team and just ask, how can I be of service? What can I do to help? Okay. It's going to be challenging at the moment to try and figure out where their next move is. But we do know we can start to dismantle their plans on multiple levels. And that was a super powerful message for me to share with you all. Okay. All right. I'm just going to see if I should go to the, yeah, you know what, Julie, I don't even think, I think there are mass meditations going on. That's not my role right now. It's better for me just digging. I'm actually working on I'm working on a fundraiser for Maui and for Lahaina. I do believe there are mass meditations going on. I do believe if you research into it, there's probably a lot of people that are already doing that. That's not my role right now. But even a mass meditation, even if you all set intentions and pray and meditate every day and set the intention just to collect with everyone else who's doing it, we can do that. We don't even need to make it a big fanfare online for sure. But pay attention, because there probably will be people maybe like Sandra Walters or someone that will be popping up and doing that for sure. Okay. But yeah, that's not my role right now. I've got multiple balls in the air, and I really want to get the fundraiser up and running for Maui, for Lahaina, because they were devastated. Generations of people have been removed. Right. So yeah, so I'll be announcing about that soon. And everyone has their own role. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share about. So I can do multiple things. You all can do multiple things. Some people might think the most important thing is working on the grids right now. Others might feel sending healing, and they're all important. So you need to go within and just choose that one thing that you can do daily. Is it set in trenches? Is it working on the grid? Is it clearing up your area? Is it creating a crystal grid and sending healing to the people? Is it donating your time and energy? So choose one thing and give it 300%, because that's really what they were sharing with me. Is all of our soul missions are so important right now. For many of us, we're to level up. For me, it's really important for me to get the information out to you all when I get it and when I can receive it. Okay. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes out for mass meditation. If you're not on my Telegram channel, I'm sharing more stuff there that I can on any other platform. Please join there. How to join. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing out this video today too, if it resonates. Please check the description box below. All my social media is there, but join the Telegram, because I'm able to sort of pop in and share stuff there daily. And what else did they want me to talk about? Just that, oh yeah, about our soul missions. Okay. So that's what I mean. The codes that we've received through this Lion's Gate are to give us guidance and direction about our next steps. However, there's been so many things happening that many of us are feeling kind of ungrounded and unsupported. So work on yourself first. Get aligned, get grounded, surrender to the universe, release what you need. Like, I had my team working on me 24/7 after Maui. And the reason it hit me so hard, it's not just Maui from this lifetime. I've lived in that location multiple lifetimes. Many of us have also experienced what these other souls are going through. We've experienced being taken out. We've experienced being wiped out the way they have, whether it's been on this planet or galactically. So it will hit certain locations, and certain events will hit each of us individually based on our other lifetimes. So I went in deeply, cleared it all, got into a balanced location, and nature helped. I went and spent time in nature, and give yourself permission to do that. Then come back and breathe and just ask, how can I serve? How can I assist? Okay. You can also ask that question before you go to sleep for sure. But yeah, great suggestion, Julie. But that's not my role, but I feel like there's going to be others that are going to create something around that for sure. Yes, because of the moon. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go to, hi, tons and tons of radioactive waste is dumped in the Pacific Ocean. It absolutely is difficult to trust. So yeah, okay. So I don't think I will have time to look at Japan today, but I want to look into that. Okay, so let's think about Japan. So there's lots of light workers and starseeds that are connected to Japan that live there, that maybe know what's going on as well. A lot of interesting information when. Okay, let me just see if I can remember, because a lot of things get wiped. So there was a big event that happened in Japan, and there was a lot of radioactivity that did get dumped in the ocean. It never arrived here because the galactics helped to clean it up. So we do still have teams that are neutralizing things for us. So what we have, that's it. We have to kind of go in, breathe deeply, understand that we are being helped. So what did I do? I went right to Prime Source Crater and said, where are the teams? We need them. We need assistance. We can't just, Peru needs help. Like there's all these different areas. So all of you choose an area and create a crystal grid and start sending healing and call on the teams to assist you. Okay. It's kind of like they're on alert waiting for us to ask them for assistance. Perfect. So so love and light to Japan. I will add that in for like another reading for sure, but I feel like it's going to be okay because it was okay before. Let me just see. Christine is working with the sacred sites in Ireland. Fantastic. Yeah, that's right, Hayami. Indigo Angel does do that. However, there are so many people that are not connected to that or are not doing grid work. And it's not just about the grid work. Some people that's what I mean. We've just gone through this huge gateway. So go within and ask. If that's your role to work with the grids, continue. I do everything. I work with the grids and I do everything. But I specifically said, how can I help Maui? So I actually created my own crystal grid to help with the recovery. Okay. So that's the thing. Like, it's not, that might not be enough right now. I feel like, so can we see what's the date today? The 22nd. Can we see how the events have accelerated since the 8th of August? And that's the plan. The plan is to kind of keep throwing us off. So make sure you're centering yourself and you're grounding. We are in a spiritual war and we are being shown the warfare that's going on right now. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's continue. I was told and when I came out, the only one left was my wife. Aw, thank you, Anon, for sharing that. That's what I mean. Yeah, you're giving me goosebumps. We've all been through this before. So some souls right now are having to go through it because to help heal whatever. They chose that. Unfortunately, they chose that. But then we're like, how can we stop that? So I was just told today, like, I'm starting locally, but I feel like next time I come back to you all, I'll be expanding out to start to close all the dark vortexes and portals with my team for sure. Sharon, I've been experiencing people are not understanding when I communicate like I'm in another dimension, and also some are being so deceptive and manipulative and they think I don't. Yeah, and they don't know. Well, that's it. That's our radar system has amped up. So, and I will share with you, I have found a bunch of people acting very strange since the Lion's Gate. Yeah, I'm getting pressure from Team D right now. So I feel like they are manipulating certain souls, depending on if they've had these or not as well. So there's lots of different narratives going on for sure. So just pay attention to that. And again, Mercury retrograde usually removes people and places things out of our reality for sure. Yeah, Hayami, but not everybody understands that, or not everybody is potentially ready to do that kind of grid work. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see. A lot of glitching with phones and apps as well, besides communications breaking down from the other side. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. So as an example, in Maui, they took everything out. They took the towers out. A lot of the people don't have, a lot of people don't have access to the internet. They don't have access. Their phones got removed. The towers got removed, everything, right? So it's not to scare everybody, but they definitely want to pressurize us for sure. Put us in the pressure cooker. So I'm back. So anyway, so if you're watching this or you watch this later, if you need assistance with activating your soul mission or getting moving forward, let me know. If you're confused about what you can do, let me know. And you can contact me below. Lots of offers on my website. Okay. What else do they want me to talk about? So the battles are ongoing. And I have been talking about the leveling up of our soul mission since February. Now is the time. And whatever you're doing, if you feel good with that, that's great. But this is like mainly a message for people who haven't been doing anything, that even things like prayers and intention and healing to the affected areas where people are struggling, like Peru, like the Baja, all of that. And understanding that they're man-made. So maybe there's a group out of you who are going to figure out a way to dismantle what they're using, right? We expand what we can do, and we think outside of the box. And it's like in a way we kind of have to be on our toes right now and really think like, every day, what can I do? What can I do? Okay. This is all for us to receive clarity as well. Okay. And I wanted to do a reading. I think that's what I'll do next. I'm going to do a reading for us and see if there's any other information. This is going to be just a collective reading for all of us, trying to figure out what's going to happen, let's just say, for the next week. All right. Perfect. And then I'm going to pull some cards for Maui, for the fires in Kelowna, Northwest Territories, and the Baja. And then I'll come back and see if there's any other questions for you. Yeah, I've just noticed certain people that had their hearts open before the Lion's Gate. Everyone's heart seems to be closed right now. So it could be multiple things. But I've heard multiple stories that there'll be a release, and I feel like there already has been a release of a super bug. I feel like there's going to be more environmental events to impact people. I feel, and then what will come from that? Lack of water, lack of food, fear and stress and anxiety. And then I feel there's also going to be, the fake ET thing for sure. Okay. Yeah. And on the other side of this, a lot of this is bringing up traumas, personal traumas and collective traumas. This is going to happen to Starseeds as well. Starseeds are going to be shown, Lightworkers are going to be shown where, I have a trauma here. Have I healed it? Right. So that's what I had to do. I had to move through everything and then clear the traumas. The traumas were from the fall of Lemuria, from the galactic battles that I've been in before, thinking that we were okay, that this had been resolved, and it's still in progress. Okay. So I'm just going to pull some cards for us and just see if we can get any other information. Oh, interesting. Emerald tablet activation. But to me, what I see right there is to call on the pillar of the emerald ray to be in and around you right now, to align with that energy and to align with, it says, cosmic ordering, conscious manifesting, and divine alchemy. So we can even use something as well, like the violet flame and the emerald flame, to assist us right now. We all need assistance too, right? We need to make sure that we're filling up our own cup before we're exerting any extra energy. But yeah, we're all being asked to move into another level of what can I do for the collective instead of feeling helpless. The plan is, let's make them feel helpless. Let's make them feel like a victim. Let's make them feel like they're going to get stuck indoors again and wear one of those face covers, right? So we just have to be prepared and be alert about what the plans are. Yeah, let me just finish pulling some cards and I'll come back to your question, Julie, for sure. Okay, one more. Crown chakra upgrades. Let me just read that. So what does that mean? That means that we're all elevating. We are all elevating consciously, and we are receiving our downloads, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy, miracles. Yeah, pray for miracles, set intentions for miracles in all these locations. And miracles for, and how about miracles for the potential locations that we're not sure of yet, right? Asking that teams of light, that aspects of ourself be there to assist, to be on ground, even if we're not aware of it. What else? There's going to be, Team D is going to continuously try to disconnect us from source. They're going to try and keep us in fear and stress. They're going to try and keep us like chasing our tail. So every single day, make sure you're consciously connecting your pillar of light and making sure that you are in your heart. And if you're not in your heart, that's okay. Just notice that and then work on your tools to get back to it. That's what I've had to do for sure. Sylvia Brown said, yeah, I'm not even going to say the word. So Anon, actually, they're already talking about releasing it again, like in the next little bit. So yeah, I think what, so I love Sylvia Brown. I think when she was giving those timelines, a lot of this hadn't already happened, but I feel like, no, our plans have been ramped up and so have theirs, that's for sure. And let's say, all right, and then the final message is Star Gathering. This is us. Starseeds. Stars align, remembering home and soul family. All right. So maybe it's time to start connecting with more soul tribe in your area. Putting the word out, and you can do local meditations. You can do local grid assignments together, right? We don't need to be doing this on our own anymore, for sure. So yeah. And we rise above. I look at everything. I look at everything from a higher perspective. Some of us are going to be called to be on the front lines. Some are going to be called to we have to move into like another level of our mission, basically, whatever that looks like for all of you. Okay. I had pulled some other cards and I just wanted to go through them. So we received integration of our higher self. So we have all been receiving, sorry, there's a little bit of glare. We've been receiving, like, that's what the download has been since the Lionsgate through this last couple of weeks. We have been receiving, we've been receiving a new version of our higher self. That's how, like, when I wake up and I know that I've got to go in a new direction, that's what happens. Okay. So I forgot about Julia's question. Do you think these planetary energies are affecting the kids right now as well? Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of the kids are very intuitive, very sensitive. They're young. They're closely connected to Prime Source Creator because they haven't gone through as much programming as we all have, right? So yeah, pay attention to your kids, pay attention to your animals. I just finished removing smoke. We had incredible smoke in our area for the last couple of days. This morning, the message I was given is there's toxins in the smoke. So I was got to just start taking another supplement to detox. Okay. So pay attention to your body. Are you tired? Are you feeling any symptoms from what's going on? Do you need to be taking anything extra? All right. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that. So yes, absolutely. Great question, Julia. Okay. What else? Oh, inspirational creation. So we're to think of new innovative ideas. All right. Take your tools that you have and run with them. And ask your teams and your guidance. How can I assist what's happened? How can I work in my area to prevent something from happening in my area? Okay. All right. I already talked about the integration. So some of you are not feeling great. Some of you are going through ascension symptoms because you're integrating another version of your higher self. So just pay attention to what you can and can't do at this time. Number 22, focus. We're to remain focused and vigilant with this journey, and to know that if we stay aligned, actually, what I really love about this, look at all the pillars of light, right? So we're to make sure that we're aligned, and we're to check in with ourselves every day. And am I focused? Am I aligned? Am I in my heart? You're going to have things get thrown at you. You're going to have people, places, things, say things, do things that are going to throw you. So part of our gift is to realign in the now moment and get really, really good at it. Okay. What's the next one? I love this one. Oneness, unification, right? Oneness, balance, and to remain calm. Balance and to remain calm. What's interesting about this card is it's number 30. So that's taking us to the end of the month. So there's going to be more things coming at us. All right. Third eye activations for many of you. So you might be experiencing like headaches and earaches and all sorts of things because the clearing of the veils is opening up your third eye. when it's blocked, we're confused. When it's reopened, our intuition is working and we can remain focused. Okay. And then I love this. Finally, number 19, solutions. All right. So the solutions, I know. So if something happens in an area that we're in or that we're deeply connected to, it's going to feel hopeless, which is what they want. It's going to feel like, what can we do? I'm just one person, but we're not. We're we're a team. We're boots on the ground. We have teams all over the place, and the energies, they just are not. Their directive is to not rescue us, but they also have another prime directive to not allow anything major to happen to the earth. However, we as well can work with these teams to help facilitate preventing things from happening in the future, which is what I just received this morning. So again, number 19, solutions. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. Okay. I'm going to, what else? I'm going to pull, I think, a dragon and a unicorn and a crystal for us. And then I want to pull some cards for the other areas and see if there's any other information. Okay. And if anybody else has any other questions, please post them and we'll get back to them. Thank you. Yeah, I think the Sylvia Brown timeline, I believe that was before our time. All the timelines have been kind of moved up. So we don't have to wait till 2030 now, like the veils, because so many more starseeds and light workers are awake. The original lockdown really ramped everything up. And I will tell you, the events since the Lionsgate, so many of the normies are awake now because they're sending messages out that nothing's adding up or making sense. Okay. They can see that they haven't been helped through the crises like they were told they would be helped. Dragon for us all. Oh, I love it. This came in a session today. The Golden Solar Dragon. The Golden Solar Dragon helps you stand in your power with wisdom. So if you all feel like you need some extra assistance right now, call on the Golden Solar Dragon either today or through this week. And let's see if there's any other. Let's see what unicorn wants to come in. Oh, the unicorn of compassion. Yeah. So isn't it hard to watch all of this unfold and you feel helpless, and that's when our heart closes and we just want it all to stop. But moving back into having compassion for ourselves and for the souls who chose the narrative and for the unfolding to help awaken the collective. Okay. So it just says, be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So I don't believe that the beings that are doing this have light. I don't believe they have a heart or a soul. I feel that they are just part of the game, but we can have compassion for everyone that has chosen that narrative. All right. The other beings, oh, you're all going to love this. So one of my intentions right now, working with my crystal grids and helping the areas, I'm asking that all the untruths come to the surface, that anyone who is a parasite, who is for the narrative of harm, be brought to the surface and be removed. Yeah, so that's the kind of powerful stuff that we can set, because they're not, since I've been doing this clearing since, when did this start? Last year. A lot of this energy, everyone, doesn't have a soul. It's not like you and me. Doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have a soul. It's electronic. It's run by AI. It's just part of the old dark energy and story. So we can't clear it and we can't treat it the way we originally thought. Yeah. I don't know if the questions are still working or not. It seems to be. Maybe somebody can say something. Nothing seems to be. Let me just see. Go back. Now, does anybody else have any questions or anything they want to share? Okay. Crystal for us for this week, clear quartz. I love clear quartz. Clear quartz brings clarity. So we have to go within and ask, like, how can I serve? What can I do? Last week, to me, it all felt hopeless and it was quite a shock. Then I asked my team to come in and clear the shock, to clear the trauma, to help me and to bring me information. And it was just today that, yes, we're all here. We just need you to clear whatever you need to clear. because it's going to bring up personal traumas, that we're multidimensional personal traumas from other lifetimes and realities. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to add Christine. Let me just see. My daughter is experiencing lower back pain. Upgrade or chakra change? Okay, so the back, yeah, it's a blockage in the chakras, and she's also being impacted by what's happening on the planet. So we oftentimes will feel everything that's going on with the earth. So our spinal system is our radar system. It's connected to everything. So yeah, she's going through an upgrade, but she's also she's feeling and kind of she's not feeling supported by the narrative. Yeah, she's not feeling supported by the narrative. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for asking that, Christine. Okay, I'm out of incense. I'm just going to spray, and I'm just going to ask for some updated messages about Maui. Just see if there's. Oh, I'm supposed to use the mermaid deck. Just see if there's anything else that wants to come in. Updated messages about Maui. Right. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. So interesting what came in. So the first card that came in was, well, this is supposed to be the Empress. It says abundance, but right away I got the message that this was all based around, and this came in with the reading with Rob last week. Is around money, finances, and taking over the sacred land. So that area of Maui is connected, and it used to be the portal to Hawaii. It was the capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii before Hawaii was taken in as one of the states. So yeah, isn't that interesting? It's Queen of the Ocean. Yeah, that's what Maui's saying to me. She is the Queen of the Ocean, but she's been she has a lot of manipulation in and around her right now. However, the locals, bless their souls, are finally seeing. They're breaking through all the programming, and they're finally seeing that what they thought was support is absolutely not support right now. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands on the messages activity. So there's been a lot. Yeah. So many things have been happening so quickly. Movement, people, places coming and going. And let me just see. Three of Cups reunion. Yeah, so there has been family members that have found other family members, which is fantastic. Oh, and there's such a reunion of the Hawaiian people. Yeah, so that was the backfire of the narrative. The narrative was to separate and divide and conquer, and it hasn't. It's unified the Hawaiian people like never before on all the islands and all around the world. There are Hawaiians that have relocated to the mainland. Everybody is rallying behind that sacred land and that sacred area, okay? Now, this is what's super interesting. The Tower card came in, destruction. Absolutely. Doesn't that just cover the narrative about what happens? Absolute destruction that was planned. And if you go and deep dive and go look at all the video footage and the photos, it is not a regular fire. Things were melted beyond recognition, right? The final message that came in is 10 of Cups completion. So for now, that story, the way it was unfolding, their plan is complete. And now it's going to be up to you, me, all of us, the Hawaiians, to unify and make some decisions. So, okay. So I just wanted to check in about all of that. Let me see. I'm going to pull just a couple cards from another deck as well. Let's see if there's anything else. Yes, I also called on Goddess Pele. She doesn't. Yeah, Maui right now is fighting for her life. Like she wants the land back. She wants all the parasites gone. Let me just see. I want to pull a couple other cards. Okay, so we have power. This is one of my Lionsgate cards. So we're all to step into our power now. Move out of the narrative of being a victim, worrying about other things right now that are not supporting our missions, and to step into our power. Okay. That's, yeah. Obstacles and challenges. Absolutely. So there's more to come. So there's going to be more, that's what we're looking for. More deception, more stories, and a lot of disruption. So we're really to sort of stay the course and stay balanced as best we can. Let's pull in another message. This is interesting. Oh, so okay. So I feel I can see this. So it's like there's a bridge, but the bridge is broken, and down below is water. Water is key right now. Some of you might be called to start doing healing with all the waters, because water is also a very powerful, abundant resource that they're also trying to manage right now. So some of you might be called right now to do some healing with your local waters. Okay. I love it. So we got the 8-8. We have positive movement forward. So there are blue skies. There are wonderful days coming. And I'll have to, so there's the 8-8, right? So I have to let you all know I did, in a way, have an interesting kind of downtime before the Lionsgate. The universe sort of opened up a little bit of energy for me to rest and regroup and reboot. Well, thank goodness, because I've hit the ground running again, and it's super, super important. So everything happens since the 8-8, but there are blue skies and sunny, a wonderful timeline ahead of time, but more of this is coming until we get more and more Starseeds and Lightworkers doing what we do best, whether it's set the intention to meet with your team while you're sleeping, and find out what you can do, and then ask to be woken up in the morning with an action plan for yourself in your area. Okay. All right. Yes, the Hawaiian soul is alive and well, and they've reactivated. It's so beautiful because they were pushed down so much during the lockdowns. Yes, hi, Mia, I agree. I'm not going to put that up on the screen, but yes, because because there are multiple timelines running, right? Yeah. Okay. I want to check in about the wildfires in the Northwest Territories. That's a huge sacred piece of land. It's a province north of me in British Columbia, and it too got ravaged, and many of the residents got relocated to another province. So I just want to check in. Which deck? Regular tarot. Okay. So I just want to check in and just see if they'll be able to recover. They're part of my Canadian grid, because we had two, basically where I am, huge wildfire, massive evacuations last weekend, 5 hours from me. So that's where all the smoke came from. And then the other one is the province just above me. And it was just the same as the wildfires in Australia. Everything just got ravaged, and they all got removed conveniently. Yeah. Okay, so let's pull some. I just want to pull a couple of messages about the Northwest Territories. Yeah, fast movement, 8 of Wands. So the fires were fast moving. The plan was fast moving. And of course, they think that that we don't see what's going on right now, but they do. And they too, another group of sacred First Nations people that they want to keep traumatizing over and over and over again, right? Any other message? 2 of Cups. So Gaia herself is going to rebalance that area. It is going to get rebalanced. It's just going to take time. Look at, there's the lion. I love it. There's the lion there. So it is, yeah, it's bringing, and what's interesting is the Kelowna fires put focus on the Northwest Territory fires. And do we all remember the fires that started earlier on in the summer in Ontario and Quebec the smoke went down to New York? Were they fires? Or, that was another intentional event, right? 7 of Cups, choose wisely. So that's our overall message. Our overall message is to go within and choose wisely. Choose your words wisely, your direction. Just keep asking, how can I serve? How can I serve? You might be surprised with what you're guided to do for yourself and your area. You might be guided to refocus back on your area, right? Is there anything else that wants to come in? Okay. Yeah. Again, it was about money. So it was a very peaceful area. It was a very peaceful area, but money is involved in that area. This is the Northwest Territories because, again, it's another sacred area, most likely a galactic gateway, most likely, yeah, anywhere that there are Aboriginals. I just heard there's stargates there, yeah. So anywhere that there's Aboriginals, First Nations, Hawaiians, the sacred people that have the sacred wisdom keys to help us, just like the rainbow, the Hopi prophecy, those are the areas that they seem to be targeting right now. So that's another thing. We can start looking at other areas that they may be targeting. Okay. All right. I'm going to go now to the Kelowna fires. Okay, they want me to use this tarot deck. So the Kelowna fires, really similar to Maui, and so many homes devastated and so many people removed that they don't even think they'll be able to go back in a couple of weeks. So let's see if there's any other information about that. We've received number 3, solar plexus. So that's about power. 7. This is so interesting. 7, patience and planning. This came up. Actually, this card flew out of the deck before I even started with you all. Patience and planning. Okay, so wow, they were patiently planning all of this. So yeah, and then they got the go ahead to go forward with this. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so this was all a plan. And they were patiently waiting for a time to take over that area. Oh, number 2, mental conflict. So this to me is about the beings that are managing the plan. They're not in their heart. They're in their very conflicted head. Hi, aloha, Nova Scotia. And any other messages about Kelowna? Again, the obstacles and challenges came up. So yeah, so the plus side of what's happened during the recovery, the locals that are quite a well-knit community are going to start asking questions. Why was there no water? Why could we not put out our fires? Similar things. They wanted to help when they were turned away. And it's been all about power. It's been all about control. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wanted to do one more about the Baja in California. And then if anybody else has any other questions before I go, let me know. And I will answer. I'll just have a little sip. Lemon and ginger water. Okay, so what about Baja California? Lots of flooding, which did happen, absolutely. Which is going to obviously relocate many, many beings. Interesting. Anon, is that all of the fires in general? Yeah, we have to go beyond the mainstream media. Isn't that interesting, right? Yeah, because they've already moved on to something else. They don't want people to focus on the fires because everyone who's involved in those areas is actually interviewing and bringing forward locals to talk about things for sure. I had someone sent me something about the Kelowna fires, about all the locals in shock about what had happened, and I posted that in Telegram last night. So thank you to the soul who sent that to me. There's a chat portion of my Telegram group, and I'm just asking, if you all have any interesting news that you want to share that no one else might see, please post it there for sure. It's going so fast right now. I can't keep up with everything. Okay, this is about Baja California. It's 8 of Pentacles, about money. Right? That's the theme for all of the areas. 9 of Wands, defense. They were defenseless. And the souls that used this knew that. And they're using technology to create all of this. They also want all of us to rise up in anger so they can implement some other things. But that's why the message was to keep calm, to stay calm as well. But some of you might be in California, you might be connected, you might have homes in the Baja area, you might know people from there. So again, you can create a healing crystal grid and send healing energy and or be one of, help out, be one of the resources. Okay, the High Priest, wisdom. This is our higher self. So from all of this, we're going to gain wisdom and knowledge that the events are not just random, right? We're not buying the narrative about the climate. We're not buying the narrative about the smart cities. We're going within and gaining our own wisdom and finding our center back and just saying, yeah, maybe some of your higher selves are going to let you know where the next event's going to be, right? That's something I'm going to ask tonight. Like where do I need to focus my energy and close the portals so that they don't have access? I've heard that we can probably dismantle their technology as well. So that's super exciting. Okay, so we're going to gain wisdom from everything that's happened, new version, and the souls that are involved in the events are going to gain wisdom. Three of Swords, there's going to be, heartache, loss, anger, shock from those areas. That's their plan. And what about, is there one more message? Well, it's interesting. This is the Lovers, but it says choices. So everyone's going to have a choice on multiple levels. And maybe what's going to come out in the area of the Baja, maybe there was potential to buy up certain pieces of the properties there. And maybe all of those souls, if anything is still there, will get together and start to figure out the narrative and the story, okay? Yeah, again, Ace of Pentacles, it's all about money. It's all about money. So one of the questions everyone needs to ask, if this is all about money, why can't that money facilitate food, water, and clothing for everybody on the planet, right? Yeah. So we're going to start, eventually we're going to start to see some positive things come out of this, but I just wanted to sort of raw with all of you and let you know we're not helpless, that we actually are very powerful from where we are, even doing things behind the scenes, and that we'll be able to assist. So, are there any other questions before I go? I've been on here for almost an hour, so probably I'm going to head off. Just want to see if there's anything else. Just a reminder that we are in the midst of a spiritual battle, and that, oh, that's good. Yeah, we're in the midst of a spiritual battle, and we're going to start seeing more and more and more. And we're going to have surprises too. We're going to be shown things that we didn't even know. That's the same with me. Even the Aboriginal tribes here are fighting for their sovereignty in the Senate level. Yeah, that's down under. That's in Australia. Absolutely. And they were the hardest hit during the lockdowns. Yeah, they were the hardest hit during the lockdowns anyway, but they are resilient. They are still here. All right. I believe that that's it. Thank you also so much. I'm going to head off on that note. If anybody would like to work with me, lots of offers on right now. Check out my, contact me via email below. Sending you love and aloha, and I will be back soon. Thank you, everyone. This was a great session. Take care.